Welcome once again to this account, and today we are going to do a review of the HP 250G8. So this is how it looks on the outside. As usual, let's have a look at the exterior. Let me just show you the bottom. We have that rubber lining like this one that unfortunately it has just peeled off here, but we'll put it back. So this is how the bottom is. Remember, this is HP 250G8 Core i5 with 8 GB of RAM and 256 GB of SSD. So this is the ventilation port on the lower side. We have the ventilation for input or inflow of air into the laptop, and as usual we have the ventilation for outflow of air designed just below here. So if you open the laptop, then that part will be exposed, so that's where air flows outside the laptop. Yeah? So expect this region here to be hot while using the laptop. So once again, that's how it is, and let's now get to have a look at the ports on the right hand side and on the left hand side as usual. So first and foremost, let's have a look at the ports on the right hand side. Sorry for the camera glitch. So we have, first thing first, we have this port, charging port here. This is the blue pin, HP blue pin charging port. HP blue pin charging port right here. Sorry, the camera is pretty bad because I'm using camera for my phone. You just have to do things with what you have, so that's why I'm using my phone. And if you can get me a camera, then I really appreciate. If one of my followers can get me a camera either from Canon or Nikon, I really appreciate. So this is the port. We have two ports here, charging port, 3.0 USB ports there. We have this SD card or memory card slot from the cameras, just the standard one, the standard size from the cameras and other gadgets. This is the slot for them. And then on the left hand side we have, sorry about that, the camera is just as bad. So on the right hand side, on the left hand side, sorry, we have the first port here is the RJ45 port, like the LAN cable port. We have HDMI port and we have USB-C port here. So remember, this USB-C port here, Thunderbolt port, is for, it's a multifunctional port with a very many functions or properties, added advantage to the laptop. So one, with this port, you can use it as a video port. You can, one side of the cable should be USB-C, the other side HDMI port. You can use this port for data transfer in and out of the laptop at very high speed. You can also use this port to, see the USB-C port to charge the laptop, because it's a multifunctional port that can do so many stuff. Then some of them you can do research on your own, because once again, it's not always good to say everything or just to feed you on all the things. At least some of them, if you research and maybe you find out the function of the port, again, you won't easily forget about it. So the camera is a bit shaky, but we have some lights there that I want to tell you. See here, we have these dots here. So the first dot is for the hard disk. This light here is for the hard disk LED. Then you have the second one here. This is the icon for if the laptop is on or off. You'll have to see it right here. So that's all on the other side. Remember, this laptop has only two USB ports that are found on the right hand side. No other USB port on this other side. So if you want to use other USB ports, then you'll have to use the USB-C ports to extend the ports, or use USB hub to extend the number of USB ports. Let's get to the inside of the laptop, because I know that's what you are very interested on. So that's how the exterior design of the keyboard layer is. As you can see, they have tried to improve the design as compared to the previous versions, the G6 series, the G7 series. You can see the keyboard here. The edge is very close to the edge. At least it makes it just look nice. We have the speakers firing upwards, which at least makes the sound rich and get to our ears just as perfect as you want, or you would want in a laptop. So that is it. And remember, this is a Core i5 8th gen, 10th gen laptop. Just from the stickers you can see how the casing is. It's a plastic casing, which is some people don't like it, but I think just as good as you can see. Yeah, the feel is good. Yeah, it can't easily slide from your hand because it's a plastic with somehow a rough layer. At least improves on the grip. See, we have the nice trackpad here, click pad just well placed. So on this one, on the HP notebook series, we lack the central or the emergency trackpad. On this other side for the screen, you can see the screen is almost edge to edge. They have reduced those bulky screen frame that was placed on the right and left. See, the older version, remember, they had this big frame on both sides, right and left, but now at least they've tried to remove it, almost making it a frameless or edge to edge laptop. I know we are getting there very soon. That's a sign. So let me just power it on. We see the internal properties and how fast the laptop is while we turn it on. And once again, before I turn it on, let me just talk about something here on the keyboard. As you can see, we have, so this is a 15.6-inch laptop. It's a very big laptop, and it's mostly suited for those people who do business, economics, or things related to business. They are always interested on these numerical keys right here. So as they use it here, remember, even in a bank situation, we have the big keyboards with numerical keys. So one of your hands will be on the letters, the other hand here will be on the numerical keys. So it makes your work so fast, easier, and just what you need in a laptop that can perform your daily day-to-day tasks. So let's turn it on to see how fast is it, or how fast it turns on. So right there, I've just pressed on the power button. Go. I think it's on. 1, 2. You can see the white icon there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Subscribe. 13. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. So that taken 13 seconds to turn on the laptop, which will vary from the type of laptop you have, either a refurbished one or a new one. The speed will vary, because for a refurbished one, maybe you don't have the original or the one SSD that was designed to be installed on these notebook laptops. But if you get a new one, then remember you have a uniform SSD that was designed or was designed by the engineers of this laptop to be used in this particular model of HP. So it will be faster or slower, but at least it won't be past 15 seconds or averagely 10 seconds boot up time. So you can see it has booted up so fast. And let's get to see the properties of this laptop. So first thing first, if you want to see the properties of this laptop, as usual, I usually tell you to use Control-Shift-Escape. So Control-Shift-Escape opens up a task manager here, and on the task manager you come to more details. For more details, come to performance right here. Performance, you'll have to see everything concerning the laptop without opening any other tab. You'll get to see all the internal properties of your laptop. So first thing first, let's have a look at the CPU of this laptop. See, the CPU is here. So remember, it's Intel Core i5 10th generation. This first 2 digits is the generation, 10th generation, 1035 G1 CPU. Each CPU with a base speed of 1.0 gigahertz. Don't underrate this speed. Maybe you'll judge it and say it's slow, but that's just the architecture of the modern CPUs for these. That's where we're headed in terms of CPUs design, because they're trying to design the CPUs to work in a manner that if you're not using the laptop to do some demanding tasks, then you don't need that high speed, the CPU or the processor to run at 2.6 gigahertz. Instead, it will run at 1.0 gigahertz, the low speed, just to make it energy efficient and not to consume so much power while doing nothing, and also not to make the laptop overheat it's just an added advantage. And also so many stuff, I'm not going to sell them today, but you can research on why these modern CPUs, 10th generations, they come with a lower base speed compared to the 3rd generation, 6th generation CPUs. Yeah, so this is how it is. So the CPU here, let's have a look at some important aspects. So we have the number of cores here is 4 cores. We have 8 logical processors. Remember, this laptop has 8 logical processors, so it can multitask, can do rendering at a high speed because we have 8 logical processors. That's more than enough if you're doing something rendering. Those are so many logical processors there. You have 4 cores. So remember, if you combine all these cores, then the maximum speed that this laptop can achieve is almost 4.1 gigahertz, 4.2 gigahertz. That's a very high speed that couldn't be achieved on the older machines that had base speed of 2.6 gigahertz. They couldn't reach 4.4 gigahertz. The highest they could go was 3.6, 3.5 gigahertz. So there's something hidden here, see, that you have to research more about if you have to purchase this laptop, if you've already purchased it and you're worried. So let's get to see the memory. So for the memory here, you can see it's an 8 GB laptop. So right now we have 8 GB installed. You can see here 2.9 GB in use, committed there, committed 2.9 GB, and we have 4.8 GB available. Yeah, so the speed of each RAM here is 66 megahertz, as you can see there. And on this laptop, if you want to know if your laptop memory can be expanded or you can change the RAM installed and it's not on board, you see here we have slots used. We have 1 out of 2 slots, so it means the 8 GB is on a single slot, and then we have another empty slot that you can add some other memory, either 8 GB, 16 GB, or maybe you can remove both the 8 and remove you add 16, 32 GB of RAM, or just to expand the laptop. So that's another advantage with the laptop. Then let's get to see the hard disk. So the hard disk or storage here, see, for the storage, see the properties here, it's a NetAC SSD 256 GB, and right there you can see the type of storage is SSD. Yeah, and for the 256 GB, as usual, we only have 239 GB to be used, or remaining, that can be used on the laptop. Let's get to see the GPU here. So for the GPU, as you can see on this other side, we are having Intel Ultra HD graphics GPU of 3.9 GB. That's 4 GB of GPU, integrated GPU, which is just what you need for if somebody is doing computer science, programming, video editing. This laptop will serve you properly. And if you're doing the other stuff like economics, you're a statistician, then this is a laptop that is more than enough for you. Remember, one of the advantages of this laptop, despite it not having a backlight on the keyboard, is that it has a very good battery. So the battery on this laptop can last you the battery on this laptop can last you up to 8 hours if you're doing the normal duties, for those doing data science, statistics, things that are not demanding on the laptop, and even 5 hours if you're doing some things that are demanding. Maybe you're listening to music, you're multitasking. So it has a very good inbuilt battery compared to its older generations like the 250 G4 that had batteries that could be plugged out from this other side. Yeah, so that's an advantage on this laptop. So if you're planning to get this machine, don't feel worried, and I hope the information that I provided concerning it, it's worth convincing you to get it, or it's worth giving you a second thought, because maybe there are some things that I expected me to say and I've forgotten to say them, and did say them. And if I'd forgotten some of them and you feel they're important, kindly add them on the comment section, so that at least we make the comment section for this video so informative and educative, so that next time, even if we come back to the comment section, we find something new and learn something more. Don't forget to subscribe to this account and like the video as usual. See you next time on another one. And I know I've not talked about the screen resolution of this laptop, so let me just show you before we leave. So if you want to see the screen resolution, you just tap on the screen like that, right click, then you come to display settings right there. See, we have the display setting and the resolution. See, we have a 1366 by 768. That is a HD screen, not full HD. So advantage of an HD screen is that it doesn't draw so much power. Remember, some of the things that consume so much power on this laptop mainly is the screen. So if you have a screen like this one, it won't consume so much power. The higher the resolution of the screen, the higher the power consumption of the laptop. I know that's a very important information right there. See you next time on another video. Same place, same time. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.